Hey guys, it's Laura Cat. I just wanted to hang out again and show you some stuff. If you've been watching some videos, you know I've been talking about, I'll come back on and talk about songwriting more. So I'll attempt to do that today. And I also just have some stuff to share, as always. Hopefully these videos are fun for you and encouraging. And like I said, like everyone's still kind of isolated, or like, you know, just life is different than it was two and a half years ago. So that's partially why I'm doing these, and yeah, having fun. So thanks for watching. Check out the comments and stuff, because I sometimes put links to stuff in the videos to check out more things. And I can't remember what I was gonna say. So yeah, I'm just gonna start showing off some things, and I do have a music box, which was mentioned in a previous video, but I actually have, my husband found it for me in his music area. So this is a like tape of Happy Birthday, and it's got holes punched in it. And then it's like a, I'll show you the box again. Mechanical music box set. It's made by Kikkerland, Kikkerland. I'm not sure if they still make it. I got it probably 10 years ago for about $13 at Portland Art Museum, apparently. That's awesome. So it looks like this. Whoops. I've got kids in the background. That's probably what I was gonna say. If you can hear the TV, it's because the kids are here. So here's like a music box, and it might be kind of hard to see because my husband put it in this wooden box to make it amplify more. But it's a basic music box. You turn the handle, and then it feeds through this, which is how it can read the holes that are punched. So I'll play Happy Birthday for you. Let's see. I don't know which way it goes. I think it goes in this way. So exciting, right? The suspense. Okay. And hopefully you can hear it. I'm going to shut it so it's louder. If it's your birthday, or if you just had a birthday, happy birthday. So, I love music boxes since a child. They've just always been like magical to me, I guess. And my grandma, both my grandmas had a lot of them. So, and I'm sure my parents, we had some growing up. So, it's just part of that nostalgia I'm trying to share with you. I hope you guys will enjoy it. So, it comes with some blank ones. And I think I showed on a different video, I had taken photographic paper, like heavy, you know, paper with a real photo on it, and I had tried to punch out part of one of my songs on it. It comes with this cool hole punch thingy, but I would have to know music theory, right, to do this, and I don't really know that much music theory, so I'd have to, like, I guess look at something, or have one of my friends who does know music theory help me if I wanted to really do it. So that's why I haven't used these yet, because I'm like, I'm gonna not do it right. It might be good to practice. I think that's why I was practicing on photo paper, because it's kind of heavy, like and thick like this is. So I'm really glad I found this recently and could share it with you. And like the video says, this is show and tell, so yes, I hope you're having fun. Okay, so that was my music box, and then I have a mug today. This is the third of mugs we have that have the RCA Victor Nipper dog on it. His master's voice. Gramophone records by his master's voice. So I'm not sure, we might have gotten this from our friend Daryl. If I remember correctly, that's probably where we got it from. I just think it's cool that we have 3 mugs. You know, we've been able to collect three different mugs with this dog on it. I am a cat person, but you know, certain dogs are cool. And today I have ice water in my mug. I never drink enough water. And then I just was looking around. I have some stuff. They are all like kind of more like black and white. But I'm just going to show them real quick. Super excited about this. We made bandanas. I made bandanas for our friend's band, Dr. Watley. I don't know how to describe Dr. Watley. They've been working on this project for a long time. And it's, I mean, it's like rock, I guess. Maybe. It's like guy rock, maybe. Like sometimes, probably not every girl would appreciate it. I'll put it that way. I think I mostly like it because they're my friends and stuff. I did get to sing on a couple songs. There's definitely swears in it and some stuff that, yeah, maybe not everybody, like maybe your mom wouldn't want to listen to it. It depends on your mom, but, I think it's cool, and, glad that they're my friends, and it was really fun to make bandanas. And so here's the block I made, just a block print, so it's carved. If you watch my block printing video, or my printmaking video, it'll show more on that. And then I've got ink, fabric ink. It's actually screen printing ink, so it is a little weird because I'm using a roller and inking up my block every time and then printing it by hand. I think it's 25 times. Oops. Upside down skulls. So yeah, like 25 times. I like that it looks like an x-ray, and I just like seeing patterns, and then it's also fun as a printmaker. I've always enjoyed seeing, like when you print make, well, depending on what you do, you make multiples. So I've got, it's fun to see them like stacked up and lined up and like ready to sell someday. I do have half a batch left to do, and so somehow I'll find the time to do them. And then of course they have to be heat set, which you can research that. I ironed mine for like, I think it's like 4 minutes, and then I put them in the dryer just for extra measure. So someday on the Sound Ghost Musical Collective Instagram, if you want one, whenever they're all done and whenever the guys decide how they're gonna sell them. I'm not sure if they're saving them for like at shows in person or if they'll be for sale online. But if you're like dying to have one and you're a Dr. Watley fan, please just like, you can like direct message on the Instagram, and we'll figure out what the plan is and how to get you one and how much they cost. I don't know that yet either. So here's another printmaking thing I found. This is really old, but it's just a block. I don't know if it was high school. It could have even been high school. So it's just a block I made, but it's kind of cool. So there it is in red, and then it's there twice, but like flipped, and then it has this metallic one on top. So it's just kind of cool to see that. And I brought stuff home from my mom's a while ago, and this was one of the things I found. So it's sort of like landscapey, but like, you know, a weird landscape. So yeah, like I said, I have some things that are black and white to share. So this is just something I love. I mean, it doesn't get better than that. It's got gold on it, and she's like, I don't know why I like silhouettes so much, but she's spinning wool, which is something I've only done once in Norway, and I would like to try it again someday. And then speaking of wool, though this is probably not wool, I don't know what it's made of. I wanted to share my part of my baby blanket. So there's a corner of Bubba, my special blanket when I was little, and I have it in a shadow box because the rest of the blanket, it's this fine, I believe it's called like lace knitting, and I don't know exactly the pattern name. I did find it recently. It might be traveling vine. It does look kind of viney. But see how it's like frayed and everything. So, yeah, it kept, I mean, I was a baby and a kid and stuff, so it kept like coming undone, and my grandma or my mom would try to sew it, and sometimes they'd use like different yarn and stuff, and it just was like a tangled mess. So here's my sad blanket story. My grandma was like, oh, maybe we could put it in a pillowcase for you, and like, you know, it could be something on your bed that's like still special, but like isn't all ratty and falling apart all the time. But, you know, like blankets, like certain things have that smell to them. So, yeah, I don't know. I was like, I know, I want my real blanket. So, but yeah, I think it was eventually like in 2 pieces. My parents, I'm assuming I carried it around with me, and I don't know how old I was, but I think I was like discouraged at some point to have it around. And then my mom ended up, which I love my mother, but she ended up putting it in mothballs, and I don't think it's even wool, so I'm not sure why it went into mothballs, but that was pretty heartbreaking. And I have the rest of it, I think, in my attic, and it's still in mothballs, and it smells horrible, so I have to figure out what to do with that. But I did have this corner, and my point is this, I do make blankets for people, and blankets are super comforting to me, and just, it's just a part of life. I don't know. So I guess I'm thinking of someday maybe doing something with that, like, sharing more blanket stories and stuff, which if you know Marie Watt, you should check her out. She collects blankets and people's stories. So yeah, I mean, obviously I wouldn't do exactly what she's doing, but just thinking on that. And so if you have like a special blanket story, just remember that, and then later maybe I'll bug people for them. So or you can contact me now, whatever. I also wanted to share something. This is Mount Fuji, and it's Expo 1970, and I cannot read this, I'm sorry, but and here's the I don't know if it's called Tokyo Tower, but I just wanted to share this mirror that I've had for a long time. It fell off my wall and broke, and I still saved it. I'm not sure where I got it from. It could have been a thrift store, or it could have been like scrap. I don't know. But, I always just thought it was cool. I mean, it does make you think of like Eiffel Tower, which I was studying French at the time. So I could see why I picked it up. It might have even been like my grandparents, honestly. I don't know. They had so much stuff in their house. But all I know is I've had it a really long time. It might have been in my locker, like in high school. But anyway, it did break. I saved it for a really long time, and then in the last year or so, I had all this reflective, it's like wrapping paper or like gift bag stuff. It's hard to see, sorry. But it has different patterns on it, so I'd saved a lot of that. So I made some rain clouds, and just, there's raindrops, but you can't really see them. So just, I don't know, it's okay to take stuff that's broken. And did I already share about this? I feel like I already shared about this. Maybe I shared about it on Instagram. Here's the thing, I haven't really like rewatched a lot of videos, so if I repeat stuff, I'm sorry. I don't think I shared it on video though. So yeah, it's just taped in the back, and then yeah, so just like, it's good to see what you have, and keep stuff out of the landfill. I don't know, that's kind of what I think. And maybe you'll like it even better when it's broken and like is mended. Okay, so that was all my show and tells, and now I'm gonna share a tiny bit about songwriting, and I honestly don't know what I'm saying because I haven't really dug through some of these, but Hopefully it's not too boring. So I found a page. This is my, I think my first or second, this is probably my first notebook from 2005. So I found a spot about library books. How do books feel when they are misplaced or go live at other people's houses? What happens when they get a new neighbor, like if they're on the shelf and they're misplaced and all of a sudden they're like out of their comfort zone and out of all their friends and family, and they're like, hey, I'm way over here by like books about shipwrecks. Is anybody ever gonna find me? So I did work in 2 libraries in college, and I had to look for missing books, and I had to pull books off the shelf and shelf read, which is like reading every single book call number and like making sure it's in order. So I don't know why I like meticulous stuff like that, but I did. Also, I've got yarn. Yarn is just a line but can become any shape, and I did just start a song that's a little bit about yarn. So it's kind of cool to see, like, I had that idea in 2005 and I'm finally kind of trying to write a song about it. So I wanted to share that I had different lyrics for a lot of songs beginning out, and then here's it all like written out. Chords, and my songwriting teacher, Todd Fatal, which if you watch Songwriting #1, I talked more about how we kind of started lessons. He was really trying to help me like write stuff out, which I'm so grateful for, because like 10 years have passed and I did get some of the songs on the album, but I have other songs that didn't, so it is helpful to have like some things scratched down and like have notes with lyrics and stuff, because if you find a piece of paper and you're just like, this is random lyrics, I don't know what it is, like how helpful is that? Kind of. And then I just found this too from my mom's house, this song about chapstick, which I totally remember writing with Abby, and I'll have to play it on the piano. Don't drop your chapstick on the ground, not on Mississippi, not anywhere. Don't pick up chapstick that you found on the ground, not on Mississippi, not anywhere. And then the second verse was going to be about ice cream. Don't drop your ice cream on the ground, and don't pick up ice cream that you found. Oh yeah, that was probably like 2007, 2008. So who knows, maybe I'll get that into a real song we can listen to. I'm not sure what to do, because like I have like old demos that are cool, and then I have the stuff I'm working on right now, which is like kind of feels like a different flavor because it's been 10 years, and because yeah, just some stuff has changed. So I'm not sure like if it's multiple albums or if it's like if I do some like more like just like demo stuff, and because some of them I like the way they already are, and so I could just keep them the way they are, even though they're like super lo-fi and stuff. So yeah, I'm just thinking of all the stuff. People who are like, man, there's only 2 Upsidedown Cat albums. Don't worry, I'm thinking about it. And so I'm gonna sing to you right now. This was, the working title was Something Like That, and you might recognize the song as I go. Red and yellow, that makes orange. I like orange more than blue. Traffic cones and scissor handles, cheddar cheese and kitty cats. Orange, you're my favorite. I love you. You're a color and my favorite fruit. Carrot peels and fire hydrants, nothing rhymes with orange. Orange, you glad that we have pumpkins and extension cords. And then the chorus, orange, you're my favorite, I love you, you're a color and my favorite fruit. And we all know what song this ended up as, right? I'm trying to think of which one it is. It's not, it's so embarrassing that I don't know. Here's a cool orange sticker, special of the week. Yeah, anyway, you probably know what song that is. I'm thinking, like, it's not Green Sparklers, is it? I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna keep going. true fans get a gold star because they will know, like, immediately. They'll be like, oh my gosh, it's that song. So let's see. Oh, here's a note from 2005. What I liked about music, I guess. It says, it's just a list. It says, handmade sounding, clapping, whistling, and la la la's. Kelly Schaefer. Beat happening, heavenly, the softies, cute, comma harmony, comma simple, of Montreal, three berry ice cream. Oh, I have to look them back up again. I kind of remember that. And then Beulah, which I also, you know, there's like bands you like hear a couple songs of or like hear on a mix and you're like, oh, awesome. But like, it's crazy now because Spotify, you can like listen to all that stuff if they're on Spotify. And, you know, it's just like overwhelming. I don't have time. For one thing, I do not have time. And then, and yeah, but it's cool. I looked up like, it was like a twee Spotify mix, and I was like, I don't know if all of this is twee, but I was like, yeah, I was listening to a lot of these songs back in like probably 2008 stuff. So that was kind of cool. Here's some words from Todd's handwriting. Harmonies, tight, guitar / keyboard bass, one note or octave or chords with space. What does that mean? Drums, borrow, 60s soul, 50s pop, 70s pop. Maybe that was stuff I was supposed to like be listening to. Who knows what that was. And then like I said, I haven't really looked at these lately. So this is my first book, and I was working on Read My Heart in Norway. It's kind of crazy because like a lot of these songs started in 2005, 2006, and then it took a while to, like, the album came out in 2010, so it took a while to like kind of work through and develop them as a group. And so yeah, it's just interesting. Because it kind of helps me now to like look at this, because I have like coming back to songwriting, it's like just overwhelming. Like it feels like a lot to do and figure out, and I have to remember that there was like a whole songwriting process that I went through, and that it took like, you know, 4 or 5 years to come up with songs that felt complete and shareable, and that I knew, like, you know, all the parts too. And actually a lot of songwriting happened in the studio, in Soundghost Studios. A lot of, like, all the musical parts, like, I showed up with my Casio and my songs, and I knew, like, how the songs were going to go. But as far as, like, instrumentation, as far as knowing I needed a bass, or, like, I didn't need, but some songs might benefit from bass guitar or like real drums being added in and not just Casio drums. You know, it definitely changed from me just being like, hey, I'm just gonna sit up here with my Casio and play these songs and sing them, and they'll be recorded and I'll put them on a CD. It turned into Soon Fall Will Be Here, and then we did like, yeah, like November, December of 2010, we did the It's Winter album, which was a lot different, but awesome. I found these. I think this was for my birthday party. Todd helped me print little, like, lyric sheets. And so we had sing-along time. That's kind of fun to find those. And I do need to, like, update stuff. Like, it's part of it is, like, being able to find my stuff, like, where are my lyrics, because I don't remember how to play everything. I'm always bad at practicing. It's not like I just sit and practice music all the time. So here's this notebook. Awesome. And on the back, from Highlights magazine, and this one I was working on Kitty Cat song, and I don't know if Todd wants me to read all the stuff. But it's kind of fun to look at it. Oh, here's a knitting pattern for puppets. And surely this is exciting for you, right? Did I show this last time? I don't know if I did. Here's Norway. So, or wait, is this bus 44? It's Norway, right? Yeah. Okay, on the bus, going to the zoo. A lion with a mane and a cage. My house, making cookies, sending them to Brienne. Yep, that song's about Brienne, if you didn't know. And no, I never actually sent her cookies. Oh, no, I'm telling the truth. I shouldn't tell the truth. Because then it's like, loses some of the charm, right? And then I love her, and then the beach, and then nobody's calling me. And nobody's calling me. And like, I don't know. Maybe you guys have friends you talk to on the phone. I have not had a lot of those friends, in recent years. I don't know if I showed this one last time, but it's like a cheat sheet, chords and lyrics. So like when I would play shows, I'd have little notes of like what Casio tone I was playing in, and it would have like my chords so I could try to play and sing at the same time. One good thing about COVID, I guess, is I have been pounding out random stuff at the piano. A lot of it's been like Agents of Future songs, but also my stuff. So I have gotten a little more comfortable with playing and singing at the same time. But overall, I'm not very strong at piano. I probably said this before, like I don't know what to do with all the space. I just know how to hold down chords. So there's always stuff to learn, and it's good. It's fine. So Abby, I did like I don't know if I shared this last time, I did like a little music video for Abby Valentine of like scenes, and that was kind of one way Todd was like, you know, picture like in your head what's happening, what's the story, like do a little storyboard kind of thing. So kind of like the emotions of it, like like, Abby Valentine, won't you be my Valentine? She's like, well, I guess so. So, yeah, if you've ever had a best friend, man, you just know how special they are. And she's across the country from me right now. And we haven't hung out for a while, and it's sad. And I was blessed with multiple best friends at certain times. So I've got Milkshake song for Brienne, which has not made it on a record, but I think might make it on the next record. That'll be so cool. We also did stuff in my lessons, like, here's a Mates of State song that, like, write out the lyrics and try to figure out, like, the notes and chords and stuff. So just being able to, like, listen to other songs and, like, figure them out, kind of, on your own. And, again, with, like, it's just hard, like, theory stuff is kind of hard for me. So I'm gonna go to, oh, here's When the Beauty was playing Town Lounge and SteerCon back in the day. Todd's band, The Beauty. If you haven't listened to The Beauty, you can go to soundclick.com and search for The Beauty. It might have US by it. They've got a lot of cool songs. If you like Prince and, what's that other guy's name? If you like Prince, you might like it. And then, yeah, there's, like, so many lyrics. So, I did that Orange song, right? So here's a song about playing, I was trying out all different lyrics for this. And it says, this song is annoying to write lyrics for. So I have a song about card games that Brienne and I would play. 13 cards and 4 turned over. Come on, people, let's play nerds. Give me decks with dressed up kitties. Famous painter Scooby-Doo. Hanging out with all the cousins. Stuff like that. I've got like a Christmas version, and I've got a postcards version. In my room I hang the postcards that my friends write. From the ceiling on a string, postcards swirl in the breeze. California, postcard in the mail. Oregon coast, I wish you were here. And there's December. In December, days are shorter, sledding down marigold. Christmas tree, Something, something, stockings hung by the fire. I don't know the rest of this. But tasting snowflakes, let's go sledding, get your coat on. It's December, snow is falling on the ground, the cat's inside. Straight up, upside down cat. Right there. Okay, and here we are. Yep, it's green sparklers. You guys were like, 10 minutes ago, you're like, it's green sparklers, Laura. Power's out and we're at Grammys, we're all playing heart and soul. At the lake, I'm eating cookies, looking out the window. I see the mountain against the sky. Yeah, cool song. Great song. Photographs and postcards in that song. And just so cool. So thanks, Todd, for being like, you know, that's the thing. It's like, keep writing, keep writing, keep writing. Like, there's good ideas. They might be awesome ideas, and you can maybe recycle them into something else, but eventually you land on, like, what actually feels like it fits the song. And I think with Upsidedown Cat, I definitely, like, I'm more comfortable being goofy. I did Ink Brethren for, like, a year, our songwriting group game we were doing. So, yeah, goofiness is where I'm comfortable. Talking about, like, deep emotion or, like, pain or, like, love, I guess. I don't know. Like, it's harder for me to go there, I guess. So, like, Promise was a big stretch. It was, like, a lot of rewriting, like, to get to Promise. And, I mean, all of them, it's been a lot of rewriting. So, and what I'm doing now, I'm, like, my thing, some of them I'm like, it's too sad. Like, I don't know if I can actually record this as too sad, or, like, what will my friends think? Will they be like, oh my gosh, that's, like, a real experience you went through and you're writing about it? Like, it just feels vulnerable. Songwriting always is, I think, but it's good. It's a good vulnerable. And, so yeah, that's kind of where I'm at now with, like, writing stuff. Is I'm trying to get stuff feeling where it's, like, what the song needs, and also be like, how vulnerable can I go, kind of. I was gonna share my notebooks I'm working on now. Oh yeah, so exciting, right? So I've got 2 notebooks. That's weird. Why do I have 2 notebooks? And that's the old song from 2011 I'm still working on. I've got random lyrics for Cat vs. Bear, which is Chris and my band, which we've never done anything with. Upsidedown Cat plus Bruin is Cat vs. Bear. I got a bunch of lyrics. I got stuff I wrote for Dr. Watley, like, about being in a small town. It's like I don't know if it's really girl perspective, but it's, like, about girls from when they were, like, growing up. Like, trying to meet girls and stuff. Yeah, so, but I don't know, it's kind of fun. Because, like, all their stuff is about, not all their stuff, some of their stuff is about girls, so I'm like, well, let's just imagine 8th grade or whatever, you know. Anyway, hopefully no one hears that. Maybe someday. This is fun, right? You're having fun? You're laughing with me? That's good. Oh, yeah, and just ideas of what I want to do. Like, there's some covers I want to do, so I've got some of that in here. And some songs, and again, I'm just, like, trying to figure out lyrics forever. Writing out poetry stuff. Everything seems kind of, like, optional, sort of. I mean, there's specific parts of specific songs I like in the new stuff I'm writing, so I'm like, I'm gonna lean towards that. But I'm, like, open to change, and then whenever it does get to the studio, and I have amazing, talented musicians who are my friends, and I let them, like, kind of, I mean, hopefully I'm gonna come up with some more parts. I'm not quite there yet to, like, recording demos and, like, figuring out some stuff, but hopefully I'll come up with some of it. But I do intend to let my husband and some of our friends help, and I'm really excited about that because they're all like super talented, and some of them helped with the first album, and I'm hoping to bring back, like, it would be awesome, Abby, if she wants to sing, and Todd, and some stuff. It would be cool to like kind of do reunion tour of like the old friends. So I don't know, and some of my new songs are about Jesus, or just like, you know, the daily trying to like have faith and stuff, which is something I've really been learning a lot on. It's been hard with COVID and isolation, and just kind of refiguring out who Upsidedown Cat is, and getting back into reading the Bible more, and who I am supposed to be as a creative person, and like what people I'm trying to help. You could use the word vocation. I think I talked about it a little bit on a different video. There's a book I've been reading off and on. So yeah, I think it's important to know like what brings you life, and what old dreams you had, like kind of, I probably said this, like high school age maybe, or college age, like back when we all had more time and we weren't paying so many bills, like what were you wanting to do, and how does that fit with who you are now? Like, is it the same? Like for me, a lot of my stuff is the same, like printmaking, and printmaking specifically related to musicians and like album art. So that's kind of been like, doing bandanas is like dream come true kind of, and it just feels right doing it. Like the whole time I'm doing it, I'm like, this is so much fun. Like I wish I had friends over to like have so much fun with me. Like, you know, it's just cool, and it's creating something tangible that goes with the music, and it's just cool. I don't know, it's like I created the design and they liked it, like that's cool enough already, and then it was a paper print, and then it's gone to t-shirts, and then it's like 25 of them are on bandanas. Like, I don't know, it's just exciting. It's exciting, and then it's something shareable for fans and friends of the band. It just, I feel like it makes it a little tiny bit more real. And when you've worked on a project for like, they've been recording for like 10 years, I think, off and on, multiple locations. And then the songs are probably, some of the songs maybe are older than that. I haven't even heard all the songs because there's a lot of songs. So it's just really exciting, and feels right to be doing that. So, but yeah, I'm just excited and very tired because I've got 2 little kids, and so it's frustrating because it takes longer than expected, but I think a lot of creating is that way, and it's part of the process, and we need that. We need to like narrow down what's important to us, and we need to try out stuff and be like, okay, that was interesting, it worked or didn't work, and what else can we try? Like, you learn as you go, and every printmaking thing I've done recently, I remember stuff from, you know, when I was printing a lot more in college. I'm like, oh yeah, like next time I gotta remember such and such, or next time I want to try this out. So just being in your craft is important. And one of my friends said to just like listen to my demos a lot, and like play through them, listen to them a lot, and I think that's good, like to be familiar with them, to come up with ideas. Like the more you're immersed in it, the more it will come kind of naturally. And definitely that happened when I was in Ink Brethren, our songwriting game. Like once you're doing like improv and lyrics, and like you're like me and Abby walking down the street singing on Mississippi sidewalk, we're just like coming up with nonsense songs. Like it just becomes like easier, and you lose kind of that like fear of like, oh, I'm not sure if it's good, or like, oh, I said an awkward lyric and everyone's laughing at me. You kind of lose some of that, and you get more comfortable with just things flowing out of you, and then later you can come back and you know, pick your favorites. I think it is important to record what you do because you may come up with something awesome and then forget it. So that's important. And yeah, I don't have a lot to show, I guess, out of this notebook. I'm just rambling, but thanks for listening, and I will try to keep you posted. I've got maybe like one more video planned, and then we'll just see. Obviously, I'm just making this up as I go, so if you're not sick of seeing random arts and crafts and stuff, I might continue to do that. And yeah, it's been really fun to share, and thanks. All right, well, take care. Don't forget to check in on your friends or, like, you know, acquaintances. I think it's important to do that. So I think that there's that verse, iron sharpens iron. I think it's true, and we need to be, like, we can remind each other of stuff, and yeah, it's just, does that make sense? Like, you know, like, I was talking to a friend, and I was, like, reminded of something from, like, 10 years ago, and I was like, yeah, that's totally right. That's, like, partially who I am, and, like, partially why I create stuff for certain people. So it was just helpful to be reminded of that and be like, you know, what I'm doing is good, and it's work I don't get paid for, but it's still like what I want to do and what I feel called to do every day is, you know, making songs and making crafts and quilts and things. So it's just good to, like, be encouraged by other people. So let yourself be encouraged by other people and encourage one another. And it's okay to say the truth, you know, or, like, be like, I don't know what I'm saying, but I just wanted to say blah blah blah. Like, maybe it's not exactly the right words, but I think it can be translated to the right words. So alrighty, take care. Have a good summer. I'll see you in a little bit. Bye. Okay, so I'm at the Mason & Hamlin 1885 piano, and I'm gonna try to play the chapstick song that I mentioned in the first video, and I have notes here. I'm sure I'll mess it up. Okay. Don't drop your chapstick on the ground, not on Mississippi, not anywhere. Oh, let's see if these chords fit. Don't drop your chapstick on the ground, not on Mississippi, not anywhere. That's probably a little off, but I'll have to practice it more. Don't pick up chapstick that you found, not on, oh. Let's see. I don't know. But anyway, not on the ground, not on Mississippi, no, not anywhere. Ta-da! It's a song. It has potential. And, yeah, so just, like, you know, document what you're trying to do so that later, in case you take a 10-year break, you kind of know better. And it is easier now. Like, we have phones. We can capture stuff. That's awesome. Make sure you save it in a second spot. Make sure you send it to your friends in case, you know, your phone crashes or something. And, or I guess there's the cloud or whatever. Just, yeah, I think it's good to have stuff around just in case. And you might, like, while I've been working on stuff, I've sent a few things out to people, and it's not like finished songs, but I think it can still encourage people in the meantime. And when we create and we share our process with others, like I'm doing with these videos, you might be like, hey, you know, I'm gonna go check out my own music boxes, or I'm gonna go like knit something or write a song. Like, don't forget to be creative. If you believe we were created by a creator, we are made in his image and we are called to create. And I think that's part of my journey, is just like remembering that and having people remind me of that, and encouraging others in that. So thanks.